Hi everybody, how you doing? It's Carl here, and just thought I'd go out for a little walk. Just had a really interesting meeting with a good friend of mine that's built up a very successful catering business and events business, and just reminded me to, or prompted me really to want to just do a quick little video really, and on the importance of building a network, and also having the patience to let relationships cement. And I think what certainly in, not necessarily in property, I mean obviously I'm in property development and the internet business field, if you like, and I think a lot of people sort of tend to try and look for the short term, and really it's time to let patience kick in and really let relationships start to unfold and cement, and sometimes it just takes time. And certainly in property development it's easy to go out the traps and start looking at all kinds of plots and things before you necessarily have the network in place to be able to finance them, if you like, and have your business partners in place before you can start to make them a reality. And just trying to hold my phone steady here, by the way. I just kind of want to release it really, that, or kind of just mention that, you know, when you're starting out, you know, in a business, that of course is really important to build your new network. And of course, you know, if I was to ask you today, you might be there, sat there thinking, okay, I'd like to get into property development or a certain business, or you have an idea that you want to make real, but you haven't got the right people there, or you haven't got the money to do it. For example, we were just talking about a beautiful stone brick building that's near us, and in a very sought after location. But for it to be a luxury boutique hotel that also has planning permission to build another 19 rooms in the rear, and for it to be events. Now, before today, I would have gone, I don't necessarily have the people in place. But I just spoke to, as I say, a company, a chap that very successful, running a business that was making a loss to being a very successful business, and potentially all of a sudden there's a new business partnership in place there to be able to make a hotel business a reality. Now of course the finance is the only part that's missing, but of course if you have the right people in place that know and understand how to make that a reality, then of course it makes more of a compelling justification to someone that has the money. So it's just an example really of continually growing your network and letting things happen and not really going with any major agendas, and this happens over time. So I really kind of wanted just to mention it really, that, you know, what networking have you done today? So if you're sat there thinking, well, I want to make this property development business a reality, I need the finance, or I need to find something, but yet you haven't been to any networking events for the last 6 months, or you haven't been on Facebook and engaged in any groups, or you haven't started your own group, or you haven't went onto YouTube and done a video based on what you're doing, or your past experiences, then arguably it's just you to blame. I mean, you've got to be able to do that to make it happen. So, bit of an action point: if you haven't done any of those things, do at least one of them. And someone we're working with at the moment, a guy called Tom, fantastic guy, in his mid-20s, really inspirational young man, and he, you know, in the last sort of 6-7 weeks has grown his network tenfold by simply doing a few of those action steps. And you know, come back from the first networking event that he went to, and all of a sudden he said, Carl, you know, I've got this person I'm meeting up with next week, and I've got a potential JV partner, and I found a plot that actually before that I didn't have the funding for, the business partners to be able to work with, to have a bit of land that can have planning on, and all this sort of excitement, optimism, and that came from one networking event. So he could have quite happily and easily have been at home watching telly or reading another book, and there's nothing wrong with those those decisions, but equally it's not serving his dream. So just wanted to put it out there, hope that kind of helps. But as I say, if you've not done any of those action steps, you're looking to get going, definitely get going on a few of those, or at least one of those literally today. Anyway, I'm going to go, and I'm going to come back and do some more videos pretty soon. So Carl out, and have a great day.